How? That's fine. All right. Okay, I apologize. All right, so let's see how. If you can hear me well enough, let me just check. I'm so bad at this. That's fine. All right. I apologize. I have a bit. Okay, I apologize. All right, so okay, that seems good enough. Let's see how. That should be better, but if you can hear me well enough, let me just check. Okay, so okay, so welcome everyone. So we're going to be on which is this one? Yeah, Godot today, amongst other cool things. The debug window not up? Usually always is. Let's see here. Interesting. Stream. Okay. All right. So I've gotten to this part thanks to. I'm going to be making some videos about my process here pretty shortly. I'm just trying to get through this little small impasse I'm having. So today we'll be doing some art. I'll be doing some. It's all art, isn't it? I apologize again. I have a cold. Let me plug in my PS4 controller. Or my PlayStation controller. So I won't have the microphone on the entire time. I'll go in and out. Because I do have a cold. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, I do apologize for disappearing there for a moment. But I'm back, and we're going to make some actual progress today. So yeah, we will, sure. For some reason, and this is very dangerous, I should have just restarted Godot. Hold on, let me see something. Let me restart Godot because that's gonna be a problem. I have two scenes up, like two different instances of the same file. That's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be heartbreaking. Let's press save. So let me do that. All right. So So let me show you. So far, so try to the window. So far, I can move back, forward, side to side. Wonderful. And I can also phase through. Exciting. So, la situación is this, because the situation is this. Okay, so, I want to jump, and for some reason, I cannot figure this out. Now, I know you're seeing the change in the y velocity. I understand that. But for some reason, I have the problems. So, let me see here. Problem number one. So I'm not sure why, as you can see. All right, so there's a few different ways to do this. So I'm not sure if maybe, okay. Okay, so I'm using the transform dot basis thingy to kind of do the motion here. So essentially you're using the difference between the local and the global world position, I guess. I guess there's two different sets of coordinates from as I understand it. But anyways, this transform is a built-in what is it? This basis is a property. I guess it's a property of the character 2D, 3D. Sorry, character 3D node. So Godot works on nodes, right? So everything's set up in this kind of, I guess, format. How to describe nodes? I don't know. Building blocks, I guess, that sort of each have their own characteristics, and then and properties, and then you make them interact and nest within one another, etc., etc., in order to build your game project. That's how I understand it. Probably not well enough, but anyways, here's my issue. So forward movement, variable forward movement. This is a vector 3, right? It has 3 elements, or in this case, where we see forward movement, right? You have X, Y, and Z. Right, Z is this way. Oh, actually, Y is this way. Z is this way, whatever, etc. Let me see here, actually. So, right, like so. Right, so this is our Y, X, Z. So anyways, back to the script. The issue, so when I input, right, if I input my forward movement, which is my W, backward S, left A, D, these are all working fine. But for some reason, I assume it's a physics issue that I'm not understanding exactly what I need to do. Make it jump. However, I've looked at different ways to do this. So I looked in the docs, here. So I've tried some different formats. I'm gonna try this other one where I'm gonna try this thing. So I'm gonna try something. Let's see. Just not sure what I'm doing. So when I do check my output, so I did put a print here to see what's happening. So the input is fine. So it's clearly it has to be this. There's the issue of this. I did try. Let's see here. I did attempt. For example, right? We have the transform that basis Z, right? So that's in the Z direction, right? So when we said here, Z, which is the blue one, right? So this is the Z direction. Just translating it right there. I'll do that. Right, and then here we have the X direction, right? And so when we come here to the script, you can see, oh my goodness, how I dislike Discord. I dislike Discord. It's so discordant. Okay. So transform basis Z, right? So that's moving it this way. X is moving it, that way, but 3D space. And so I assumed, right, we could do, so let's say we did vertical movement, because there's nothing special about a jump. It's just a different difference in the space, right? I also did likewise. Let's say this is a vector 3 of the type. So this is, you can set the type of the variable isn't tell the engine directly and exactly, I guess, that this is a vector 3 of type vector 3. So I could do that, and then I could do vertical movement. All right, so just to follow the same pattern as here, vertical movement, I could say, equals velocity, so equals, and then I assume, so I don't know if it's just that you can't do this, transform that basis, but I think it should be viable, I would imagine, because why not? Because there's nothing special, it's just the opposite direction, and if this is a 3D, space, isn't that y should be, but now we have, vertical movement, that's also a possible problem. So I say vertical movement equals transform that basis y. So there is a situation where I think it would be the negative, but either which way. So now let's just, let me see. So the only thing, so we have movement vector. Now what is movement? Movement vector is vector 3. I wonder if there's something in this construction that's making it, or if it's like something with the move and slide. Hold on, my dogs might bark, hold on. Okay, so I need to use delta to make it be affected by time. Okay, so let's see. So where should I? Okay, so let me see here. Do you mean? Okay, so I do know. Okay, so I need to multiply that with like gravity, right, or something like that. Is that correct? Somewhere. Let me see, because I know in an earlier like version of it, so we need delta to apply delta somewhere. Where would you say that is? I don't know what I'm doing. So I appreciate that. So is it let me see, right? Because you see like gravity times delta or something, correct? Let's see. Hold on. So let's see, was it? It was here. What's it? Oh, is it in the? Is it within the move and slide? No. Because I see in the online docs, for example, it says something about right in your physics process. Oh, you want to put delta in here, and then the velocity in the y direction plus equals gravity times delta. But I don't know if I've set that up correctly for that to work, or no. What do you think? Velocity times delta is translation. Let's see. Okay, so vector is a direction, delta should be multiplied. Velocity times delta is translation. Okay. So we're out. Let me move my computer closer. My laptop, I guess. So. Okay, sorry, I just hit something. Okay, alright, so let me see. So should I put that in the physics process function area? So let's see here. Just tell me if it's totally wrong what I'm doing. I'm just gonna like do something. Let's see here. So velocity, because the velocity, right, change over time, right? Velocity change over time. But I'm just trying to figure out where to put it. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, okay, let me just. So, it's just not surely not like just that, right? Or let me see. I'm also doing this. Or would I do that down here? So then, where does gravity come in, or does that not necessarily matter? Let me see something. Oh, you know what? I forgot I changed the. That's not quite it. So velocity is like 2 meters per second, and delta is 2 seconds. So it's 4 meters movement in space, and this 4 meters multiplied by direction is movement in 3D. Yeah, that makes sense to me. It totally makes sense. I'm not sure why. Like, I feel like so it's not responding when I do it in the what you call it, in the debugger. So I'm not sure. Like, so would you say, is this the right place to put this? I feel like that doesn't. Yeah, I think I understand the reasoning. I'm just trying to figure out where to put it so it works in the engine, which might be the same thing, which is probably the same thing and should be the same thing. For example, I'm looking at the online docs. I can actually like because I don't know if it's like how I set up the transform basis thing. I got it from a different tutorial. I kind of understood that one the best, but he didn't talk about jumping, which is fine. I just feel like I do kind of understand, but I just don't not being able to get it to work. But I do understand I'm probably missing some physics things. So for example, I'm just gonna like copy this random bit of code here from the online docs, and then maybe you can help me explain it. I appreciate your help. So for example, in this example they have on the Godot documentation, so I see here they're like, okay, that's X, that wasn't really, okay, so whatever, input, they did these as a whole function for the input, and then they said if is on floor and jump, then velocity y equals jump speed. And then here, I assume this is what you're kind of referring to here. So should I, this is similar, I assume it's the same thing, right? Let me see here. Move and slide has all calculations. Okay, move and slide should have delta as a parameter. I was thinking so too. I think maybe. I think move and slide has all calculations. I see. So that's why it's kind of simplistic, I guess. Okay, so let's see here. I'm gonna delete this, of course, because this doesn't really have anything to do with us right now. Okay. So let me just see something. I'm gonna press save on this. I'm gonna go ahead to the debugger, see what it's saying. Declare but never using the block. So I don't think that's true because I do use it here, right? Vertical movement equals transform basis dot y. So okay, so if I do instead, let's say I say it's velocity dot y, right? But then yeah, I can't do a float being assigned to a variable vector 3. Vector 3 is a float, is it not? Right, float is decimal. So even if I did this, I think this will get rid of the error. I'm sure I'm doing like the most nonsense tell expression that one has not put. Let me look at the comments. Okay, so velocity is adjusted according to delta. apparently, I'm so not good at this. But that's the point. I'm trying to get better at it. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. Well, obviously, but I mean, my input seems to be working, right? Because we see here we're getting this. Oh, please, crazy. I could change this back to jump to not be as weird. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so. I do have gravity up here. We can try. Let's try. So is it in the physics process here? If we tried. What was the thing I just copied here? What was it? All this? It was like velocity.y plus, or whatever, add gravity times delta. This is. Sorry, I think my got disconnected there for a moment. I don't know if everything's okay still. So let's try. Yeah, so movement works, yeah. Let's see. Hello, Seraph, welcome. I've been on it, but yeah, well, I had to stop for a minute, I'm not gonna lie. I was doing, I've been working on some animation, some other, like, writing, and my manga supplies did come in, by the way, thank you. So I'm working on that as well, but yeah, so I am, movement is, in fact, working. So yes, welcome to the stream, Seraph. Yes. Oh, you mean it was for gravity? Movement, yeah, movement seems to be working. Can you let me know if you can see the debug window? Okay. So yeah, so W, oh, A, W, D, S. So, you know, forward, backwards, left, right, and then phase with a PH, another F-A-Z-E. Okay. Let me see.